We're going to be using Ebsco host to find an article from a scientific journal. So the first thing we need to do is search for SEJH Library in Google to find our homepage, and it's the first link. When you get here, we're going to scroll down and choose Research from the left side. And then we're going to click on Ebsco host, which is the blue and green circle. If it asks you to log in, the user ID is 3141SOUT, and the password will be in your classroom. Because we're junior high, we're going to choose Middle School Magazine Collection, the second link. And then we're going to choose Middle Search Plus for this project. So this window has our basic search here and some more options down below that would help us to CRAAP test our article before we even search. The only thing we want to really make sure is selected right now is the full text box. That means whatever articles we find, we'll actually be able to read the whole thing. So I'm going to put in my search terms, my keywords right here in the box. I'm going to type in solar eclipse and click enter or search. And you can see I have 466 results. That is too many to try to search through to find one article that will work for me. So we're going to do some CRAAP testing before we even choose an article. Over on the left side, we have some options for limiting. So the first thing I can notice is that this says 1989. I definitely don't want an article that old for this project. So I'm going to use the slider and drag that up to the last, let's say 3 years. So 2014 to 2017. That's much better. I have 178, but still too many. So I'm also going to limit my results by source type. For this, I don't need a short article from a newspaper, which would probably just have the facts about one solar eclipse. And I don't need biographies, which will tell me the story of some person's life. So I'm going to choose magazines. Now I have 140 results, which is a little better. But I think I can get even closer if I limit by subject. So if I click here, on this drop-down arrow, I get some options for subjects. This is kind of a way to narrow down exactly what kind of eclipse we're talking about. So I see total solar eclipse. That is exactly what I want. So I'm going to click that one. And now I only have 50 articles to look through. As I'm looking through the results that I have, there are a few things I want to pay attention to. One is the Lexile level. That is how we can tell if it's an appropriate reading level for us. So I noticed this one has a little blue link. So if I click that, I can see that 1,150 tells me that this article is probably appropriate for somebody in 9th grade or higher. So I know that it might be a little too hard for me. I'm not going to rule it out, but I'm going to maybe see if there's one that's lower. The other thing to pay attention to is how long the article is. So somewhere in the middle, there is something that says 3P. That means this is 3 pages long. That's a pretty decent length. This one's 4 pages, so that's not bad. 4 pages again. 6 pages. That one's a little long, but I do notice that its Lexile is 740, which is a little bit better than 1150. I'm going to keep scrolling and looking through until I see one that grabs my attention. Let's see. This one is 4 pages. That's fine. Ooh, and a Lexile 940. That seems decent to me. So I'm going to go ahead and click on this one. Also, the title seems like it's going to be relevant to me because it's about America. So here in this first part of the page, we see information about the article. We have an abstract, which is a summary of the article. We have the author's names. We can see that the subjects, again, tell me that this is going to be about solar eclipses, but I can also see that it might include planets other than Earth. So this may or may not be an article that I want to use. I can see that this article came from Astronomy Magazine. That's the source, that it came out in August 2017, and that it's 4 pages long. So right there, I can do a lot of the CRAAP testing that I need to do without even starting to read the article. So if I scroll down further, here is the article that I could read. You can see they put all 4 pages in one long thing there. You also have the option to listen to the article read aloud to you, which is a nice feature, and you could translate it if you'd prefer to read in a different language. The final thing you will do, if this is the article you choose, is cite it. So over on the right-hand side is this little yellow Post-it note shape, and you're going to click the button that says Cite, and it will bring up this gray box, and we're going to scroll down through it until we see the blue letters that say MLA. There they are. So that tells me that this is the type of citation I want to use, and it starts with Ratcliffe, that's the name of the author, and ends at the end of this URL for this article. So if I copy that, I can paste it into my project. So those are the basics of how to locate, CRAAP test, and cite an article in EBSCO Host.